Today, it's very easy to come across someone with high blood pressure. It could be your neighbor, a friend, or even someone in your own family. This is no longer a rare condition, especially among people over the age of 60. High blood pressure has become extremely common. What's more concerning is that many people live with it every day without truly understanding the risks their body is facing. It doesn't cause pain or clear symptoms, so it's very easy to ignore. Meanwhile, according to medical data, high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of stroke and heart attack. It silently damages blood vessels over time. And when a serious event occurs, it often happens suddenly and unexpectedly. What many people don't realize is that there are natural ways to lower blood pressure within just a few minutes by directly affecting the nervous system and blood circulation. In fact, around 80 to 90% of people with high blood pressure are not aware that they can temporarily regulate it through breathing and relaxation techniques. However, if you only focus on quick fixes, your blood pressure can easily rise again if the root causes are not addressed. In this video, you will not only learn how to lower your blood pressure when needed, but also how to keep it stable every day in a safe and sustainable way. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you a simple question. Where are you watching this from? And what time is it for you right now? Please leave a comment below. I truly look forward to reading your response. There is one very important thing to understand. The methods below can help lower your blood pressure quite quickly, sometimes within just a few minutes, but the effects usually last only a few hours. So instead of thinking of this as a one-time fix, you should treat it as a daily habit that helps your body gradually become more stable over time. One of the simplest and most effective methods is slow breathing. When you breathe slowly and deeply, your body shifts into a relaxed state. At that point, your heart rate slows down, your blood vessels widen, and the pressure inside your arteries naturally decreases. You don't need any special preparation. Just find a quiet place, sit upright, or lie down comfortably. Place one hand on your abdomen so you can feel your breathing. Then begin by inhaling through your nose for about 4 seconds, trying to let your belly rise instead of just your chest. Next, hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for about 8 seconds, feeling your abdomen gently fall. Repeat this breathing pattern continuously for about 5 minutes. As you get more comfortable, you can extend it to 7 to 10 minutes. If you feel slightly dizzy or uncomfortable at any point, simply slow down your breathing or pause for a few seconds before continuing. This is a normal response as your body adjusts. In addition, there is another very simple method that many people overlook: the hand grip exercise. It may sound too simple, but it actually helps train your blood vessels to become more flexible and elastic. You can use a soft rubber ball, a rolled-up towel, or anything that fits comfortably in your hand and can be squeezed. Hold the object in your hand and squeeze it with moderate force. You don't need to squeeze as hard as possible, just about 20 to 30% of your maximum strength, enough to feel some effort, but not so much that your hand gets tired too quickly. Hold that for about 2 minutes. Then relax your hand and rest for 1 to 2 minutes. Repeat this process 2 to 3 times for each hand, switching sides after each round. The total time is only about 8 to 10 minutes, but when done consistently every day, it can improve blood circulation and help reduce pressure in your blood vessels. The key thing to remember is that both of these methods are very easy to do, cost nothing, and can be practiced at home anytime. You can do them in the morning after waking up during the day, when you feel stressed, or in the evening before going to bed. To keep your blood pressure from rising again, it's important to understand that it's not just about quick fixes in a few minutes. It's about addressing the root causes inside the body. One of the most common causes is excess weight, especially belly fat. When fat accumulates around the abdomen, the heart has to work harder to pump blood, which increases pressure inside the blood vessels. According to recommendations from the American Heart Association and the World Health Organization, even a small amount of weight loss can help improve blood pressure. But instead of focusing only on the number on the scale, what really matters is changing your daily habits. A good place to start is your meals. Try to reduce unhealthy carbohydrates such as sweets, sugary drinks, excessive white rice, and white bread, as they can quickly raise blood sugar and promote fat storage. Instead, increase your intake of vegetables, especially dark green vegetables like spinach, broccoli, bok choy, water spinach, and amaranth. These are rich in fiber and potassium, which are very beneficial for your blood vessels. For protein, prioritize fish, eggs, and beans instead of consuming too much red meat. A well-researched eating pattern you can follow is the DASH diet. This approach focuses on vegetables, fruits, whole grains such as brown rice and oats, and low-fat dairy labeled low-fat or skim, while limiting fried foods and saturated fats. This diet has been shown to reduce blood pressure by up to about 11 millimeters of mercury when followed consistently. Another very important factor is salt. Many people think simply eating less salty food is enough, but in reality, most excess sodium comes from processed foods, like canned goods, instant noodles, sausages, and sauces. When you consume too much salt, your body retains water, which increases pressure in your blood vessels. Therefore, you should aim to keep your sodium intake below about 2,300 milligrams per day, and ideally closer to 1,500 milligrams. A simple way to do this is to reduce processed foods and season your meals more lightly. Along with reducing sodium, it's important to get enough potassium. Potassium helps counteract the effects of sodium and allows blood vessels to relax, which lowers blood pressure. You can get potassium from foods like bananas, oranges, apples, and guava. However, if you have kidney problems, you should consult your doctor before increasing potassium intake, as your body may not process it properly. Next is physical activity, which is highly effective but often overlooked. You don't need intense workouts. Simply walking briskly for about 30 minutes a day can reduce blood pressure by 5 to 8 millimeters of mercury. Walk at a moderate pace enough to warm your body and slightly increase your breathing. If possible, you can also add light resistance exercises, such as lifting small weights or doing simple stretching movements to improve blood vessel flexibility. The key is consistency, not intensity. You can also track your waist circumference once a week. If your waist size is gradually decreasing, it's a good sign that you're on the right track, even if your weight hasn't changed much yet. Most importantly, you don't need to change everything at once. Just choose 1 or 2 simple habits and do them consistently every day. These small changes, when maintained over time, can help stabilize your blood pressure naturally and sustainably. Sleep is another crucial factor. If you sleep less than 7 hours per night over a long period, your body remains in a stressed state, making blood pressure harder to control. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time daily. Avoid using your phone before bed, and keep your sleeping environment quiet and comfortable. Stress is also a silent but powerful factor. When you experience ongoing stress or anxiety, your body releases hormones that increase heart rate and constrict blood vessels, raising blood pressure without you realizing it. That's why it's important to relax every day. This could be as simple as taking a walk, listening to music, practicing slow breathing, or talking with loved ones. These small habits can make a big difference. Finally, if you smoke or drink alcohol regularly, it's important to reconsider these habits. Smoking constricts blood vessels and damages their inner lining, while excessive alcohol intake can raise blood pressure. You don't have to quit immediately, but gradually reducing and limiting these habits will greatly benefit your health. In summary, you don't need to change everything at once. Start with small steps. Walk daily, sleep well, and monitor your waist size. When these habits are maintained consistently, your body will adapt, and your blood pressure will gradually stabilize in a natural, safe, and sustainable way over time. In some cases, if your daily diet does not provide enough essential nutrients, you may consider adding certain natural supplements that have scientific evidence supporting their benefits. However, it is important to understand that these are only supportive solutions and cannot replace proper nutrition and lifestyle habits. The average improvement is usually around 2 to 4 millimeters of mercury, but when combined with healthy habits, the effects can become more noticeable over time. One of the simplest options is vitamin C. This is a familiar, widely available, and generally safe vitamin. When taken at around 500 milligrams per day, vitamin C may help reduce systolic blood pressure by about 3 millimeters of mercury. Its main mechanism is improving blood vessel function and slightly reducing inflammation. You can take it as a supplement, or even better get it from natural foods such as oranges, tangerines, guava, and kiwi. Next is garlic. This is a very common ingredient in daily meals, but many people don't realize it can support heart health. When used in supplement form at a dose of about 300 to 960 milligrams per day, garlic may help reduce systolic blood pressure by around 4 millimeters of mercury and diastolic pressure by about 2 millimeters of mercury. It works by helping blood vessels relax and improving circulation. You can include fresh garlic in your meals or use standardized garlic supplements for more consistent dosing. Another option is citrulline. This compound helps the body produce nitric oxide, a substance that relaxes and widens blood vessels. When blood vessels expand, the pressure inside them decreases. The typical dose ranges from 3 to 9 grams per day. Citrulline is found in foods like watermelon, but reaching effective levels usually requires supplementation. That said, an important point to remember is that you should not combine too many supplements at once without guidance. Start with one suitable option. Observe how your body responds, and if you have underlying health conditions or are taking medications, it's best to consult your doctor before using any supplement. Managing blood pressure naturally is not about relying on a single solution. It's about combining multiple factors that work together. You can use quick methods like slow breathing or hand grip exercises to lower your blood pressure when needed, especially during moments of stress or when it rises slightly. However, what truly matters is maintaining long-term lifestyle changes, as these are what keep your blood pressure stable over time. This includes following a healthy eating pattern, such as the DASH approach, focusing on more vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and low-fat dairy, while reducing salt-processed foods and unhealthy fats. At the same time, staying physically active every day, managing your weight, especially belly fat, getting enough sleep, and maintaining emotional balance all play essential roles. When these habits are practiced consistently, your body will gradually adjust, and your blood pressure will improve naturally. In addition, You should develop the habit of monitoring your blood pressure at home. Regular checks help you understand how your body responds to your current lifestyle. This allows you to make timely adjustments before any serious problems occur. Finally, don't forget to consult your doctor, especially if you are taking medications or have underlying health conditions. The right plan is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It should be tailored specifically to your body. And one small note, the information in this video is for reference only and does not replace medical diagnosis or treatment. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and share. Are you currently dealing with high blood pressure? How old are you and where are you watching from? I'd truly like to read your response and better understand your situation.